You are here because the outside world rejects you.
Let's do it.
Okay, so in this video, I want to talk about selling animals and whatnot in the reptile hobby, because some interesting things have kind of, I don't know, it's a topic I think needs to be discussed because of the way some people act. Like, I don't, and it's all because of this right here. If you don't know, I'm moving. I've got like 13 days left in this house. I got to get everything out of here. Then in a few months after that, hopefully by October, I will be in Florida. But go check other videos if you want to know more about that. This video is about selling and selling this, and why do we got to be this way? So let's talk about it. I'm going to give you what's going on, and let's discuss it in the comments below or wherever you happen to see this video. And let's maybe we can just like improve who we are and how we operate. I don't know. So let me give a little bit of backstory first. So I used to, in the mid 2000s, buy and sell reptiles quite a bit. I was getting into breeding. I kind of had the aspirations of becoming a commercial breeder.
The real question is this: was all this legal? Absolutely fucking not. But we were making more money than we knew what to do with.
And I was well on my way. I was making pretty good money. Well, unless you're the IRS, then I wasn't making any money. So, but anyways, back then, and when I say back then, I'm literally talking like 2006, 2007, 2008. Up to about 2010, that's when things changed. The economy kind of tanked, and it just really wasn't profitable, at least for me, to really stick into it. But anyways, back to this. I'm going to compare today versus selling at that time frame. So I just want to give you that little backstory to kind of understand where I'm coming from. And this happens, not only with this, but with anything I have tried to sell within the last few years. This same type of mentality of like, I don't know, I'm not Amazon, I don't do free shipping, and I don't do, I mean, if it's a live animal, it is next day, but like the expectations that people have now when it comes to this stuff is just blows my mind. And then the lack of the follow-through. Like, I don't even understand. If you're not that interested, don't even comment. If you don't know that you might not be able to come pick it up, or you don't even know where it's at, and you're like, yeah, I'll be there. This has happened several times already with this. I have people comment says, yeah, I want that. I'll pick it up today. I have cash in hand. I want it today. Okay, cool. Here's my address. Oh, well, you're too far away. But if you sell it for next to nothing, yeah, I'll come get it. Like, what? Like I'm not offended by a lowball offer that's reasonable, and it comes with at least a level of respect. Let's go back again when I was buying and selling these animals. I used to lowball offer people. But here's what I did. Like, I'd see somebody have a list, and you could tell by their list and who they were, as long as you were in the community long enough to understand who people were. But when you would see certain people drop a list of, 20, 30 animals, and, and fair market value on all of them, no complaints there. But you knew they were a high volume breeder, and suddenly they're dumping large adults and stuff. Like, yeah, you could, it wasn't unfair to assume that they were in trouble at some capacity, whether they had too many animals or life was changing and they couldn't keep them, but regardless. So I would, not when the ad is only an hour old, I'd wait a couple days and see, let let people cherry pick. If you know, let the person sell with what they can. Because if they're needing money, if they're short on money, you know, you don't want to take that from them. But you know, but at the same time though, if they're short on money and it's like, I can't even feed these animals, you know, then it's like a different thing. So anyways, what I would do is I'd give it a few days, and then I would offer them. I would add up the price of every animal they had listed for their price, and add $60, $70 for shipping cost. Get my total. Cut it in half and make that my offer. And my offer also came with, if you accept this, I pay right now. So if you say yes, and give me your PayPal Addy, and I pay now, and let's get this done. It wasn't, hey, you know, let me insult you with a lowball offer, tell you to deliver it to me, but do it in 3 weeks because that's when it's convenient for me. Like, no, that's rude. That's why be that person, you know? And I've had people, you know, that's why if you ever see my ads, if you're in this region and you see my ads, that's why I will not hold it, because too many times, and this happens with this already. Hey, I want it. I can pick it up on this day. Will you hold it for me? If I know you, you know, I might hold it for you. And I did. I held this, right? Only to the day before say, I can't get it tomorrow, but maybe I can do it at the other end of the week. But I'll let you know. And now they don't even reply back. Like, what? Why? Why did I? That's my fault. I should not have held it for you. That's my fault. But why do people got to be that way? You know. The other thing is the insulting lowball offers. You know, and I had a lady, and if a picture shows up here of that conversation, I will, for her own for her own protection of, you know, from protecting from her own whatever, I'll hide her name and her face and the conversation. But wants to buy this. Told her it was pending because I was holding it for another person who later fell through. So when I realized he was not going to fulfill his obligation of what he said he would do, I then messaged this lady and said, hey, it's back up. Do you want it? She said that she did. I said, you know, here's my address where I'm at, right? Ask me good questions, you know. But then says, you know, ask me like, tells me that, well, first tells me I'm too far. Tells me that she needs more photos, needs to know why I'm selling it, the condition. It's brand new. There's not been an animal in here yet. Granted, the outside could use some paint, and I was going to paint it. I was going to paint it black. But then once I decided that it was going to be sold, I thought, why paint it to my color? Maybe black doesn't fit their reptile room, their scheme, their, you know, their mojo, their flow, whatever, their vibe, their chakra, you know, whatever. So I won't paint it. I mean, if I don't have to, I don't need to waste that time. And then instantly says, and I'm only paying $100. Well, then what does it matter, the condition? You've already assessed the value based on information you already got. Why do I now got to try to convince you that it's new and that it's not been used, and the only reason I'm selling it, and it's not a secret, I got videos on the channel. Granted, she may not be a part of the channel. That's fine. But I can back up that it's new. It's not been used. And to only offer me $100 for this thing, this is 6 feet long. You know, it's 2 feet deep, or 23 inches deep. And these are 24 inches tall. So, you know, 2, 4, 6. So you got there, and then this is the same length and the depth, but it's cut into 2 big units. Like $100. Like the glass that's in those sliding doors, that alone to do all these cost me $40. Like, what? And I'm not even upset that's a lowball offer. It's just the way she came. You know, it was either she just had some big balls and just, you know, alpha dog energy and was like, boom, my price, that's it. I can respect that. Or it's just like complete ignorance of like no respect for what I did. Like $100 doesn't even, and you want it less because you've got to drive to me. That's the other one. Somebody else wanted it. Oh, you know, I'll pick it up today. You know, I got the money. Okay, here's my zip. That's where I'm at. When can you come get it? Sooner the better. You know. Oh, well, you're too far, but I'll give you the same price. I'll give you $100 for it. What? Why? Why is your 3.5 hour drive worth $150, but my time, which besides labor, I mean, besides the materials, but my labor is only worth $100? Like, come on. You know damn well that the wood this is made from, this is 1/2-inch plywood. You can take these apart. This is only resting on here. These can be 2 separate cages. They don't have to be stacked. I did it for the convenience of my reptile room. But $100. My time, all this material, $100. But you just simply driving is $150 for you. Like, if you're on this channel, if you've been on this channel for a while, remember back when I got those 2 boas, the motley boa and that hypo, was it hypo? Man, why can't I remember? My memory is horrible. Those 2 boas anyways. I drove from my house to Cincinnati to pick those animals up. Never once did I complain about the drive. Never once did I offer the guy lower money because I had to drive to go get it. I don't even understand. In a world of Uber Eats, where you get charged way more than the value of the meal you're having delivered, people are willing to do it. You get some real quality craftsmen for your animals on the cheap. $250 for this whole thing. $250 is what I was asking. I'm already losing my ass on what it cost me to build this thing. You know, the glass was $40. The paint, that green paint, another $25. You know, then I put the seal in there, and that can was like $40. So like, I'm already losing. I don't even remember what I spent on plywood. Now this was before the price of lumber skyrocketed, but I still think a 4x8 sheet of 1/2-inch plywood was still like $60, $70. It was still expensive, and there's 3 sheets. It took 3 sheets to build this thing. Then you got the hardware, hinges, like, but somehow, like, you know, because everybody else has to travel to come get this, suddenly, you know, it needs to be discounted. I don't understand that. I don't understand that thought process. If I see something for sale, I don't think instantly, oh, it should be less, because I got to invest my time and to go get it. You know, maybe that's just me. And that is part of the reason why I do not like to sell. I do not like to sell. Even though I made good money, you know, relative, you know, IRS, you know, maybe. That's why I just, and I mean, that's only a fraction of the reason why, you know, selling to people who cannot follow through, who do not, you know, I can show you another one. When I sold my friend's collection of ball pythons, there was a girl, she wanted to buy them, you know, wanted me to set up cage and everything for her, and I said, hey, you know, I can figure something out. I got extra stuff. I can sell these animals with a cage. She didn't want the rack. And, you know, we set it up. We got a price. We agreed on a price, set up the animals she wanted. We were talking about meeting up. It was, again, too far for her to drive, even though it was only 2 hours away. Too far to drive. she said, hey, can we meet in the middle? I was like, sure, I'll do that. You know, I'll meet you in the middle. Gave her a location that was in the middle. Never heard a response back. Totally ghosted. Can't even respond with a lie and be like, hey, my car broke down, can't do it. You know, like, can't even come up with a lie to just completely. Even though you agreed to buy them, I set up caging just for them because you needed more. You didn't have a cage for those animals you wanted. Hooking you up all the way through. All you had to do was show up and midway, and that's where we ended the deal was, hey, here's a location in the middle. Let's meet here at this time. Does it work for you? Crickets. Crickets, nothing. No. And that seems to be the mentality, and that's not just the reptile community. That just seems to be people in general. Again, I'm moving, so I'm selling other household stuff, and I had a guy who lives in the next town over. It's a 10-minute drive. Seen something I had, offers me less, cuts my price in half, and then wants me to deliver it to him. And I ain't gonna lie, I was probably a little bit rude, or at least you might think my response was rude, but I was like, man, half price, and I have to deliver it to you. Man, how can I turn that offer down? Like, I gotta take less money for the item, and I gotta spend my time, my gas to deliver it to you. And this is something you could have picked up with any. This wasn't like it needed my truck to deliver it. It was a small tool, hand tool. So it was like, you know, why do we got to be this way? So I have been asked, and this is why I don't sell animals. That's one of the reasons. The other reason is kind of just that moral, you know, like there's enough of the. I shouldn't say there's enough. There is a fair bit of people breeding these animals just to produce more animals for the money. And while we can get into that topic, all I'm going to say is that's no longer for me. That's no longer who I am. That's no longer who I want to be. And you know, that is thankfully not how I view these animals any longer. Maybe it's an age thing. Maybe I've grown up. Who knows? Probably not. But, you know, when you focus on the money, or the money is the drive, or most of the drive, you really miss out on how awesome these animals are. And, you know, when I started doing the shows, the presentations, and I would see people's excitement about seeing these animals that I've seen every single day, it opened my eyes to how far away I've come from where I was when I started. And I didn't necessarily like that about myself. You know, I didn't like that, you know, the value of these animals was also based on the money value, you know. And so I am thankful that I have come back to who I was originally as far as viewing and keeping these animals, and appreciating them as they are, as this. This is an male nesty corn snake, probably the most common corn snake morph there is. And most people, breeders, would just simply overlook this as nothing truly special. But you know, I am thankful that I have now realized, or come back to, that this this animal is just awesome. I don't care that it's a base morph, and you know, I have the green tree python. I will be I do want to work on breeding some of them, and that's partially part of the decision of that is because while I understand and am sympathetic that a lot of those animals are farm raised and imported in, but a lot of those animals are poor quality. That's what happened to that little red neonate that I had. That was a farm raised or farm hatched. I don't even. It was an import, but it wasn't a wild caught animal. It was farm raised, farm hatched, farmed whatever, mass produced over there. And while I'm sympathetic that it gives those people in that region a positive, I guess, income as far as, you know, they're not just raping the natural world. You know, they are to best of my knowledge, I could be totally off base. I'm just speaking of what I've read and my understanding, and you know, but at the same time though, you know, I feel like if I produce some of these animals that you know, that helps contribute to the captive population here in the States, so people can get healthier quality animals, and you know, so it works for them. Corn snakes, go watch the corn snake video. I explain my thoughts, because while I have an interest in breeding corn snakes again, the motivation behind it is different. So you want to know about that, go check out the corn snake video that is posted before this one. No sense of rehashing all that here. But anyways, so this is just a quick topic video. I can't really do too much editing quality, and because again, I'm busy. I got 12 days to get all this cleaned up, packed up, moved out of here, so that way the next owner can take over the house. So, but I hate to go long period of times without making a video for the YouTube channel. I do enjoy that. I can't appreciate it as much, because I can't really do much edit. This is just pretty much me talking to the camera, and then we are going to load it with minimal editing to it, and but we will get back to it. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of so many different things, and you know, and for the reptile or wildlife or animal related stuff, I'm going to bring you guys along with me. So yeah, this video is getting long, so, and I gotta get back to work. I gotta get back to packing, because it ain't gonna pack itself. So until next video, thank you for watching. Later.
Shut up and sit down.